one of the transfers that very many Arsenal fans are fed up to hear, especially after what happened in the summer, is this of Youri Tielemans to Arsenal. They really hate it, and most of them don't want to really go on and really listen what Tielemans to Arsenal is all about. But me, my job is to go on and really search for the news coming in from different social media platforms, from the Arsenal website, from the Football London website. It reports loads of stories coming in from teams playing in London: Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Brentford, and very many others. Chelsea, name it. And today they really put up an article of Youri Tielemans to Arsenal again, indicating that Arsenal is really still interested in signing Youri Tielemans, and they do believe that they can get him on a cheap during the January transfer window. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? Back with the transfer news as usual, as Arsenal is still trying to go on and really put in a lot of effort to bring in players that are really going to suit the system of Mikel Arteta, who really believes that Youri Tielemans is really one of those that deserves to be into his system of play. Now, Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel. We want to hit 7,000 subscribers. We are less by 50 subscribers to hit 7,000 subscribers, and guys, do it and make it happen by really smashing the subscription button and hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video on this channel. Now, today I've done lots of stories. This is the last video, fourth video of the day. I did Thomas Partey return. I did Liverpool winning Ajax 2-1, Bayern beating Barcelona 2-0. I never did the game of Spurs. And remember, Spurs is very much important to Arsenal because Arsenal is the team they are playing next after the international break. They are going to be playing Spurs, and obviously they need to know what Spurs is all about. So Arsenal is really a great team, and they're not going to play in the midweek in the UEFA Europa League. The game of PSV has been called off, and then later they are going to play over the weekend against the side which goes by the names of Brentford. So let's wait and see how Arsenal is going to perform, but Thomas Partey might be back. So today, Football London has told us that Arsenal could now wait until Tielemans' current deal expires next summer in order to potentially secure the 25-year-old a free transfer, after feeling as though Leicester's demand of £32 million was too high for a player with under a year remaining on his contract. That is via London. This has almost become a song as far as Tielemans is concerned, but the most important thing I see is in this story is that Arsenal may be willing to get him on a transfer because personal terms have been agreed by the player. But obviously, let's continue and see what Football London had to say about Tielemans to Arsenal. They went ahead to let us know that despite this, Tielemans could be available for a reduced price in January. When he will then be into the final 6 months of his deal, and the Foxes will no doubt be keen to avoid losing him for nothing. Now, we look at how Leicester is performing. I think they really did it intentionally, as I really gave it a lot of thought in the previous days. Ever since the 1st of September, I got to know, or I came up to a conclusion that Leicester made it hard for Arsenal to sign Youri Tielemans because they knew that they never had a replacement for him, and obviously even if they fronted the money they wanted in the situation where Leicester is at the bottom of the table, they are really struggling to play, and they are losing one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, known as Youri Tielemans. So it looks like they played it hard for Arsenal, and that's why Arsenal on the deadline day went in for Douglas Luiz, because they knew things were already hard for them to go in and really get this deal done. That is why you saw a man who goes by the names of Tielemans even play on the 1st of September when they are playing Manchester United at the King Power Stadium, and he really played for Leicester. And Arsenal, we are chasing in for Douglas Luiz, and they really failed to get him. Now, what makes me think that maybe a deal might be really sanctioned in January is simple. One, Leicester will have a full month to go on and really bring in a player who is going to act as a replacement for Tielemans. Secondly, the World Cup is going to be around the corner, and Leicester, being one of those teams that are really having good scouts all over, we'll wait and see what is going to happen in between the World Cup, whether they will really scout another player to come in and really replace Tielemans, because those players like Tielemans are very, very, very good, and there are very many on the market. I know they can go ahead and really get one, because that's what Leicester has been built on. They are good at scouting players, bring them in and sell them expensively. Look at a player who goes by the names of Wesley Fofana. They bought him at, was it 15 million pounds? But they sold him at close to 75 million pounds, making a profit of close to 60 million pounds in a single player that they bought at that particular time. So what does that show you? It 100% shows you that Leicester is a selling club, but this time round, selling was not part of what they really wanted to do, because they really felt like they're really struggling, and obviously they never had a replacement, and they never had the money to go in and bring a replacement. Reason being, Brandon Rodgers told us that COVID hit their sponsor that is King Power a lot, and King Power is really so much responsible for traveling, and planes were not traveling. Obviously that really caused them a lot of losses, and they couldn't go into stretch to go in and really bring in players. Now the selling in of Wesley Fofana, I think will try to solve some financial problems at Leicester City, and let's wait and see what's going to happen in January, and maybe that can really lead to the leading or the selling of a player who goes by the name of Youri Tielemans. Now, in the situation where Leicester is, they chose selling Tielemans in January and selling him right now in the transfer window that had been recently concluded. I think they said, all right, let's sell him at like 6-7 million pounds in the January transfer window, and obviously not lose him for free in the summer, because at least we get in 6 million pounds, because they know they can get in a player at 5 million pounds or 6 who can come in and really do the role of Youri Tielemans very, very well. So that is it, being told to us that maybe in January a deal might be possible. But my big question is Tielemans still interested in joining Arsenal? My answer is yes. Do you know why? Liverpool made a bid close to 2 days to the end of the transfer window, and the player said, I'm going nowhere. You get? So the player was not willing to push or to make a move out of Leicester to any other side other than joining Arsenal, meaning that Arsenal still has that confidence in the player that he wants to join them, and that's why everything is like that. And Tielemans is really one of those deals you should watch out in January, and Arsenal are really looking at him. And even another source has come out and really told us that I'm going to end up this video with. Now, the reason as to why Arsenal is really chasing in for Youri Tielemans in January is this. Injuries to Thomas Partey and El Nini have once again highlighted the risk of falling short in certain areas throughout a very long and demanding season, while some may argue that Sambi Albert Lokonga isn't quite ready for a regular on the team sheet. To me, I believe Lokonga really played very well. Those 3 games, the game against Fulham, playing in a single pivot, he played very well. The game against Manchester United, I really believe he played very well. The game against Zurich, he's playing very well. And I see a player that we anticipated to be one of the best midfielders at Arsenal. And that shows you that if at all he gets ample playing time, he will almost mature into a player that Mikel Arteta really wanted him to be. That is Sambi Albert Lokonga. I love this player. Don't support Arsenal, but I really love the player because his composure, he has the components of a number 6 or a single pivot player, and he's also good playing as a box-to-box midfielder. Now, bringing Tielemans can solve lots of situations for Arsenal. Like, you see Grant Xhaka, I don't believe that his consistency is approved and is really one of those best. But obviously, at a team like Arsenal, in January, if you bring in Tielemans, the first situation that is solved, it's the Bukayo Saka. Arsenal won't rush in to go in and really bring in a left-footed right winger. Why? When I'm having Tielemans, I can play Tielemans or Fabio Vieira, almost Tielemans, because I know Tielemans can do it better than Fabio Vieira. I can play him into that position of Odegaard, and I shift Odegaard to where Bukayo Saka plays to give Bukayo Saka some rest. That's it. Because all of the players that Mikel Arteta wants are really expensive. They need to cough out close to £50 million to sign to sign Pedro Neto, to sign Gerard Bowen, Harvey Barnes, Leroy San, Moussa Diaby, all those. They had £50 million plus the amount of money they're supposed to go on and really pay. But for a player who goes by the names of Mikhailo Modric, one who they thought that would go for like 30 million euros, it has eventually brought out of the media that Shakhtar Donetsk want close to £50 million. Can you imagine? And that is the minimum price set. Why is his price keeping on raising? Because of his performances in the Champions League. Their first game they played against RB Leipzig, they scored 4. He scored 1 and created 2. And the moment he really plays the next 6 games, the remaining 5 games of the group stages, and puts up such performances, obviously he's likely to go for like 70 or 80 million euros. Will Arsenal be really ready to go on and really pay that amount of money? That's the big question. So I think, to me, to solve the equation of Bukayo Saka, it's much cheaper, because at most he will go for £10 million. That's what Arsenal will pay. And if at all they don't allow that money, obviously the player will sign a pre-contract with Arsenal, and obviously in the summer he will go on a free. And if at all I'm Leicester City, I swallow my pride and say, all right, let's see what's going to happen. Let's really let this guy go. But obviously it looks like this guy is heading to Arsenal either in January or next summer. But there is a story coming in from Ekram Konar, coming in from France. And when you hear France, you just ask yourself, where did this player come in from? He came in from France, and meaning that there are lots of connections in France that really know about this guy who goes by the name of Youri Tielemans. Now, Ekram Konar is a transfer journalist coming in from France and works for Ficheset Net in the For You, and he has told us that Arsenal will try to sign Youri Tielemans in January. Mikel Arteta wants the Belgian player. Now, there are lots of allegations put out in the media that Mikel Arteta is really in question of the physicality of Youri Tielemans. You can't question the physicality of Youri Tielemans. If at all you saw that game of Leicester City versus was it Brentford? It was Brighton. That first goal that Leicester scored, it was all about the shoulder-to-shoulder power that Tielemans expressed onto the player of Brighton. And I think it was Caicedo, one of the strongest players I've seen on the ball. But he really struck him hard with his shoulder, and he really got him out of position, and Tielemans got that ball and then passed it, and it found, I think, Patson Daka, and Patson Daka really found the ball in the back of the net of a team which goes by names of Brighton. So I think that was a lie. That is a lie. He's physically strong. You can't tell me he's playing at Leicester City in the Premier League and he's not physically strong. If you're talking about physicality, look at Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira is not a strong player, but it's all about the skill sets that he has on him. So I 100% believe this guy will be delivered at Arsenal, and Arsenal are going to enjoy Youri Tielemans very, very soon, because the January transfer window is not far away. I think a week, 1 or 2 weeks from now, September is going to be done, and we'll be left with October, November, and December. We don't even count November, because November is going to be closed. The entire month is going to be off. From 12th November, club football is going to cease, and then it will return on the 26th of December, especially the Premier League, because the World Cup is going to end on December 23rd. So it shows you how Arsenal is really going to have a lot of time to really think on who is really going to be the player they really want to get in January. But the only contention and only problem that people are going to look at is that he's going to be playing in the World Cup, and Belgium is one of those teams you expect to reach even the quarterfinals, meaning that he would have played very many games. And will he be really a player that Arsenal will be wanting? Won't he be tired? Or they'll look in for a player who has been playing for the World Cup and tell Tielemans, all right, we are going to get you in the summer, play at the side which goes on Leicester, then in the summer you'll come here for free and we'll get you the salary that you want. Maybe that can also be a reason as to why he's not going to come in through. But obviously, the way Mikel Arteta wants this player badly, I really believe he's really going to go ahead and really make him an Arsenal player, because he has already told him that, please, I want you to be part of my system. And obviously, Arsenal is really pushing hard. And when you look at what Arsenal is going through being on the watch list of the UEFA, the football governing body in Europe, as far as financial fair play is concerned, on how the money they've been spending for the previous years or previous 3 seasons. They would like to get in players like Tielemans. That's another reason you have to base on your argument why Tielemans is going to join Arsenal. They have a budget that is limited, and obviously it fits players like Tielemans, Premier League proven, and obviously offers you most of the things that you really deserve: creativity, the work rate, the press resistance that he has. You get good on the ball. He's good on and off ball runs that he makes. So he's been a very good player, and let's wait and see whether Youri Tielemans to Arsenal in January will mature. Thank you guys for watching again. Smash the like button, comment and share. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. Last video of the day. May the Almighty God protect you abundantly, and I cover you all in the blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you tomorrow, guys.